Chinese people divided the year into 24 solar terms according to the change of climate. Without modern technology, it has guided China's agricultural civilization for thousands of years, and it is still in use today. Sowing in the spring equinox, eliminating insects in the beginning of summer, and harvesting in the autumn equinox. The harvest festival in China falls right on the autumn equinox.
But as a person who grew up and lives in the city, I'm always curious about how much Chinese farmers can make every year. On this year's Harvest Festival, I'm going to take you to a typical modern family farm in China.
In China, there's usually a rural or natural area connecting two neighboring cities. Off the highway here, you can already see a large area of farmland or woods.
Right, where we're at now is at the family farm, which is like 60 kilometers away from the city center of Chengdu. And there are almost 1 million family farms in China. And in Sichuan alone, there are about 150,000 family farms. And most of them are scattered on Chengdu Plain.
In the past 8 years, the farmland managed by Wang Yi's family has expanded from 200 mu to 7,000 mu. It would take a month to harvest all the rice this year. But how do they manage farmland of such great size so efficiently?
So there are actually more than 1,800 professional managers in Daiyi County alone. And Wang Yi hired 17 of them. They're going to take charge of a field of 7,000 mu, so that's a lot of work.
9月份呢，我们主要整理是收割、烘干，为下一季开沟，为下一季小麦生产做准备。所以说，这个职业经理人啊，说穿了就是职业的农民。
哎，张姐好，张姐好。
哎，你们好。
This is Mrs. Zhang, and she's already 54 years old.
我的东西，你得讲你。
The professional managers here are many local villagers aged from 40 to 50. To become a professional manager, they need to learn systematic agricultural skills and constantly update themselves on the latest planting techniques.
秋山走了，对了，包完了，走了。
Alright, on this road there are a lot of trucks. They're busy transporting this newly harvested rice. And Mrs. Zhang she's going to take care of this field.
我们这一片呢，大概就有4、500亩。我们有个人要搞2、3个基地，从播种到收割呢，都是有个人在管理。月供呢有1000多亩的样子，有个人。
你们这样子下来，你们一年大概要挣好多钱？
大概挣好多钱？哎，可能现在嘛1000多亩地嘛，一年可能就挣了20来万嘛。
20来万？
哎，
哇，那还是很可以了。
很可以，还是很辛苦嘛。
很辛苦吗？
啊，就像我们收到这个时间，晚上有时候收拢11点过12点。
Alright, right now the time is almost 12 p.m. It's lunchtime, and the staff worker on the fields, they will not be coming back to this cooperative to have lunch. And this is Wang Yi's wife. She's the accountant of the cooperative, and she's also taking charge of this logistic work. Like, she will be delivering the food to the workers on the field. 我想问一下，就是你们大概会准备好多人的份呢？午餐
？30个工人饭，期间有我妈，还有我们大娘吃饭。
哎呦喂！
Alright, now we're gonna deliver this lunch meals to the hardworking staff on the field. Let's go.
每个田几乎现在都流转完了，这边普遍呢就是800左右。现在流转，我们这边土地，流转费用比较高，所以说很多人愿意就流转，因为自己搞1、2亩田是很辛苦的。我们1亩田的话，大概就是4、500。
当时俺要个，那就想赶上。你只有几个人
？2个人，给我。
你不吃啊？ 你不吃？
Cai Tao and his teammates are a harvesting team from Jiangsu province. They are a group of migrant workers who spend half of each year providing services of harvesting wheat and rice across the country.
这是你第几次到这边来了
8年第9年。
？8、9年了。
您跑的地方，他哪里好收了，人家会打电话，我们就去了。
就是全国的这种收割队，差不多都是江苏、
安徽、河南、济济都。
哦，就全国各
这
地。
3个地方的车基本就是全国跑的，东北车也多，但是东北的车不跨区，基本上就搁本地不出来。
不是比较辛苦，很辛苦。
The harvest process is so fast. For each mool of the field, average harvest time is just 20 minutes. Average labor cost for each mool of the field is 80 kwai.
After a simple lunch, the whole harvesting team went right back to work. This year, it would take them 25 days to harvest the 7,000 mu of paddy field under Wang Yi's family, and each person will receive a remuneration of 70,000 yuan so that they can provide for their family.
Right, today also happens to be the Harvest Festival in China. It is celebrated all around China, and this place is no exception. And you can see the vast field behind me. It's actually experimental fields that belongs to their family in collaboration with the Sichuan Agricultural University. And you can see right behind me, there are a lot of professors and students. They're going to test to see if they have the super rice.
China has a population of 1.4 billion, and the per capita arable land is less than 1.4 mu. To ensure food security and increase the average yield has always been one of the most important goals of China's scientific researchers. Cooperating with research institutions in planting rice of the highest quality is also a key source of income for Wang Yi's family farm.
All right, behind this new type of hybrid rice, Professor Huan is the one who designed and created this kind of rice. And before that, he already successfully created one type of super rice, and this is likely to be the next one.
认定为超级稻，它是有一定标准的。比如说，一般这个要求就是要在不同的生态区要2年，达到一定产量标准。那么像我们成都平原这个区域，那么要求要达到780公斤以上，才能够达到这个标准。过来看你就看这个米，像就看它的鹅背怎么样，这个是它那个看到比较透亮的，鹅背很小。一般米质的好坏，关键要看鹅背怎么样。
The final yield of the experimental rice is 809.6 kilograms per mu. After 10 years since his first success, Professor Huan's second type of super rice has been finally born.
All right, we can see on the farm, there are different kind of boards representing different kind of crops. The cost of purchasing the seeds for 1 year is almost 700,000 yuan. This is a place where the crops will be dried and will be stored at this center. Right behind me, this is a drying machine that is used to dry up the rice. 你们看，你这整个一个季度大概能收好多水稻嘛？
做小车的话，水稻的话大概就是6000吨左右。
6000吨哈。啊，小麦呢那个？
小麦大概就3000吨样子。
啊，要的。
The profit of Wang Yi's family farm, excluding land rent and labor cost, is 450 yuan per mu, which means the total income for this season will exceed 3 million yuan. Nowadays, the professionalism of Chinese farmers and the requirements for agricultural production and scientific research have gone beyond my expectation.
For 1 day, it can process almost 200 tons of rice. You can either put it in store, or it can be threshed right away to produce the fresh rice. This is the fresh rice that was harvested today, and I witnessed the whole process from the harvesting to drying to threshing. Chinese farmers usually have the habits of treating friends with the fresh rice during the harvest season. So I'm gonna take it back to share it with my friends. This is a day of a harvest season in my city. What's the harvest season like in your city? Let me know. And this is Jeremy, and I'll see you soon.